Welcome to my first screencast video for Global Perspectives. Although most of you are very adept at assessing documents using thinking skills terms, it's been a while since we've gone over a paper one, so I thought these videos might be a good idea. So whenever we have a paper one and we're looking at the document, first up, make sure you understand what it's asking you for, what the topic is. So this one in particular is on the quality of life and cultural heritage. Next, I want you to look for the main conclusion. Remember that the main conclusion tends to be at the very end of the article in the last paragraph. And look out for key indicators, words that indicate a conclusion like therefore, thus, but especially should or must. And you see right here that we must end the social acceptability of gun use and support the government's efforts in gun control. The must there clearly indicates that this is the conclusion. So they're obviously against gun use and they think that the government should control it. So it's always a good idea to know where you're starting off with so that whenever a counter argument is proposed, you understand and don't get confused. Okay, so if they bring up why people use guns, that's clearly the other argument. Do they refute that other argument or are they trying to show a balanced perspective? So that's the first step, always find the MC. After that, obviously, you read through the article, and then step two should be Raven. You guys are experts at that, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. But since this article is focused on India and it is published by the Indian Express, it has ability to see. The author is a senior sub-editor, so clearly they have reputation. However, a negative is that their expertise in economics of education is irrelevant to the topic. So this could be a downside. Next, structure, inductive or deductive. Most of you had gotten really good at figuring out the difference between the two. Some of you still had trouble. So remember, kind of look at the picture at large. Go paragraph by paragraph. Do I see a piece of evidence, a statistic, a study, a specific fact, or do I see examples? Both count for induction. So if I look through it, the first paragraph, mostly premises. Second paragraph has examples of different holidays. The third paragraph details more of that. And then specifically in the fourth, we get two different examples of people who were killed, one in July and one that happened recently to the publishing of the article. So you see that right here, July, and then last Friday. All right. Then when we look at the next paragraph, it gives us specifics on gun regulations in India. The following paragraph gives us more statistics. So we see the pattern already. We have various examples, specific pieces of evidence. Therefore, this is induction. Once you know that, you know what to look for next. Let me look for the specific pieces of evidence and assess them using SAD. Is it significant? Is it a good sample size? Does it have alternative explanations? Are the details covered? You will not be able to assess all parts of SAD, but you should be able to assess one or two. So for example, in this last paragraph where we left off, it's from the Economic Times. So clearly it's coming from a reputable source. That's a good detail in the when I assess the SAD of the article. Next, 1,500 rupees. That's $24. That shows how cheaply the guns are made and why people can get access to that. So that's significant in helping prove the point that the government should do more. Similarly here, only 14% of these people were killed with licensed guns. So that is significant in showing that the majority of people are killed by illegal guns. So that is why the government needs to do more. So far, I can tell that the author is doing a good job of using evidence that is significant and is coming from reputable sources to help prove their point. Now I want to look at the examples that I mentioned above. So in this fourth paragraph, in July, a waiter was killed in a gunfire at a wedding. Then the week before the article was published, a 25-year-old dancer was shot dead. So two examples from two different time periods, and it seems likely that these occurrences happen frequently. So these are strengths. So that's how you want to start looking at assessing arguments. Thank you for watching.